My name is Saad, and for 10 years I believed I had the perfect marriage. My wife, Anaya, was my college sweetheart, the woman I thought I'd spend the rest of my life with. We had 2 beautiful kids, a lovely home, and what I thought was unshakable trust between us. I worked long hours as an IT consultant, sacrificing weekends and sleep to give my family the life I never had growing up. Everything I did was for them, or so I believed. The first cracks appeared slowly, almost invisibly. Anaya began spending more time working late, constantly glued to her phone, always defensive when I asked innocent questions. At first, I dismissed it, blaming stress, but deep down, I felt something was off. The real confirmation came one Friday evening when I stopped by her office to surprise her with dinner. The receptionist casually mentioned, "Oh, Anaya left an hour ago with Mr. Hamza." Hamza, her new department head. I told myself not to overthink it, until the lies piled up. Late-night team meetings, unplanned business trips, and sudden gym memberships she'd never been interested in before. My gut screamed the truth, but my heart wasn't ready to hear it. That changed the night I accidentally discovered her second phone hidden in her dresser. It was like opening Pandora's box. On that phone were hundreds of messages, photos, and videos between her and Hamza, intimate texts, hotel bookings, secret meetups. They'd been having an affair for over a year. My hands trembled as I read every disgusting detail. I felt like my entire life had been one giant lie. But what broke me most wasn't the cheating. It was what I found next. Buried deep in their messages, I discovered conversations about my youngest son, Aryan. Hamza had sent her a text. "He looks so much like me, babe. You think Saad still hasn't figured it out?" I froze. My ears rang. My chest tightened. My youngest son wasn't mine. I secretly took both kids for DNA tests, and when the results came back, my world collapsed. My daughter was mine, but Aryan wasn't. All this time, I'd been raising Hamza's child under my roof while my wife lied to my face every single day. I didn't confront her immediately. I wasn't going to scream or fight. I was going to destroy her carefully, completely, and publicly. First, I hired a private investigator to collect undeniable evidence: surveillance videos, call records, GPS tracking, even hotel receipts. Within 2 weeks, I had a solid case. Then, I met with a lawyer. The plan we crafted was brutal but flawless. Expose her at the peak of her arrogance and leave her with nothing. 3 weeks later, I executed step 1. I sent Anaya flowers at work, with a card saying, "Congratulations, cheater." Confused, she called me furious, demanding an explanation, but I said calmly, "You'll know soon enough." The next day, while she was in an office meeting, a court official walked in and served her divorce papers, right in front of her colleagues and Hamza. The documents included photo evidence of the affair, hotel logs, and the DNA report proving Aryan wasn't mine. She called me dozens of times that day, crying, begging me to talk, but I didn't pick up. Step 2 was at home. While she was still at work, I packed all her belongings into boxes and left them neatly outside the front door. I printed a huge banner and taped it to the garage door in bold red letters, "Cheater lives here." Neighbors stopped to stare, whispering among themselves as I calmly finished taping the sign. Inside the house, I left a single brown envelope on the kitchen counter. Inside were the DNA reports, screenshots of her texts with Hamza, and a note from me. "You turned our home into your playground. You lied about our son, humiliated me, and betrayed our vows. Now the world knows who you really are. Take your things and leave. You're not welcome here anymore." When she came home that evening, I watched from my car parked across the street. She froze when she saw the banner, tears immediately flooding her face as neighbors glanced at her with disgust. Then she walked inside, opened the envelope, and collapsed on the kitchen floor, sobbing uncontrollably. But I wasn't done yet. Step 3 involved Hamza. I emailed his wife, yes, he was married too, attaching every piece of evidence I had. Within hours, his life imploded. His wife kicked him out, filed for divorce, and sent the recordings to his company's HR department. Within a week, Hamza was suspended pending an investigation for violating company policies. Anaya tried everything after that. She called me from different numbers, begged me to meet her, even showed up at my office crying hysterically. At first, she screamed at me for humiliating her in public, but when she realized she'd lost everything, her marriage, her job reputation, her social circle, she begged for forgiveness. I looked her straight in the eye and said, "Forgive you? I don't even know who you are." The divorce went through smoothly because I had overwhelming evidence. I got full custody of my daughter, kept the house, and froze joint accounts before she could touch a single rupee. As for Aryan, Hamza's wife sued him for paternity, and they're still in court fighting over child support. It's been a year now. My daughter and I are happy, healing, and rebuilding. Anaya lives in a small rented apartment on the edge of town. Most of her so-called friends cut ties with her after the scandal went public. Hamza, from what I hear, lost his job, his marriage, and most of his savings. Sometimes people ask me if I regret making my revenge so public, so brutal. My answer is always the same. She made her choices, and I made sure the consequences matched them. I didn't just leave her. I erased the life she built on lies and forced her to live with the truth she tried so hard to hide. That banner on the garage door stayed up for 3 whole days. Every time I looked at it, I reminded myself of one thing. Betrayal has a price, and Anaya paid it in full.